What a difference 6 months makes. Just last season, Liverpool were on top of the world, crowned Premier League champions in late April after a dominant campaign. Arne Slot's team was a force of nature, a red machine that simply swept everyone aside. But now, the picture couldn't be more different. The champions are in a tailspin, languishing in 12th place, having lost 6 of their last 7 league matches. The atmosphere at Anfield is bleak, and fingers are starting to point. One of the loudest voices is coming from an old rival, Manchester United legend Paul Scholes. Scholes has a theory, and it's a spicy one. He believes Liverpool's rot started the moment they won the title last season. Remember that? The celebrations were huge, and rightly so. But according to Scholes, maybe they started a little too early. He points to an incident that happened before the season had even officially finished. After securing the league, Liverpool's form dropped off a cliff. They didn't win any of their final 4 games. During this time, manager Arne Slot was spotted on a trip to Ibiza, even partying and jing with Wayne Lineker. Speaking on a recent podcast, Scholes didn't hold back. He said, "I think this started towards the end of last season. Do you remember when they won the league? The bad form started. They went away, went to Ibiza or something. Honestly, Arne Slot was jing in Ibiza, but that's before the season's done. That's what I mean. I think that's disrespectful before the season's done. I think it's classless, strong words from the former midfielder, suggesting that this preemptive celebration set a bad precedent and showed a lack of respect for the competition and the end of the season. Was this the moment the winning mentality started to crumble? While Slot hasn't directly responded to Scholes' comments about the Ibiza trip, he has been brutally honest about his team's current predicament. He's not making excuses. In fact, he's shouldering the blame himself. Ahead of a crucial Champions League match, he described the team's slump in form as ridiculous. Almost, he admitted, something I did not expect to be in. Not at any club I was going to work at, let alone Liverpool. That is unbelievable. This is a manager who has a lot of credit in the bank. He delivered the Holy Grail, the Premier League title, and he did it without a massive summer spending spree. But this past summer was different. The club invested over £400 million in new players. With that kind of backing comes immense pressure, and with the team performing so poorly, Slot's position is naturally coming under scrutiny. He acknowledged the shock of the situation, but also expressed faith in the club's unity. The harder it gets at a club like this, the more we are together, he said, highlighting the resilience he believes is inherent at Liverpool. One of the most glaring issues is the defense. It's leaking like a sieve. Just look at the numbers. Last season, on their way to the title, Liverpool conceded a respectable 41 goals in 38 games. This season, they've already shipped 20 goals in just their first 12 matches. That's a catastrophic drop-off. The recent 3-0 thrashing at the hands of Nottingham Forest was a new low, a performance that left everyone stunned. Captain Virgil van Dijk spoke out after that defeat, saying the players are letting their manager and themselves down, and that it's on them to get the club out of this mess. Slot himself has zeroed in on the defensive collapse. He called the number of goals conceded, especially from set pieces, close to ridiculous for a club like us. He's not blaming individuals or bad luck. He's taking full responsibility. I take the responsibility and feel guilty for it, he stated bluntly. He believes that while the team can still create chances, their inability to defend properly is costing them dearly. When asked what the team can learn from these defeats, Slot seemed at a loss, admitting that his previous messages haven't worked. He emphasized that for a club of Liverpool's stature, this situation is simply not acceptable. The solution, in his eyes, is a return to basics. He said, "Now it is time to start winning matches again, but you have to do a lot to win a match. The simple things, they must do better. That is what we are not doing, and that is quite easy to solve. Simple football is the most difficult thing. It is a fascinating admission that a team full of world-class talent has forgotten how to do the simple things right. So, what happens now? Can Liverpool turn this around? The immediate future is critical. They have a Champions League clash against PSV Eindhoven at Anfield. A home game in Europe is often the perfect tonic for a struggling side. The famous Anfield atmosphere could be exactly what the players need to spark them back into life. A convincing win there would do wonders for their fragile confidence. Then, just a few days later, they face a tough away trip to West Ham in the Premier League. If Liverpool can somehow find a way to win both of these games, the dark clouds hanging over the club might just begin to part. It could be the start of a recovery, a sign that the champions are ready to fight back. But if they don't, if the poor results continue, especially against PSV at home, the pressure on Arne Slot will become immense. The whispers will turn into roars, and his job could genuinely be on the line. It's a pivotal week for Liverpool, one that could define the rest of their season and the future of their manager. From undisputed champions to a team in crisis in just 6 months. Was Paul Scholes right? Did the party start too soon? Or is this a deeper issue of a team that lost its way after reaching the summit? The next few days will give us some big answers. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Liverpool's slump in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more football analysis.